Looking good, Mr. Casper.
Hey, everybody. Nice to see you. I get myself ready here. I think that on behalf of the school and Mrs. Woods, we hope you're being well. We hope you're taking care of yourselves, both your mind and your bodies, taking care of your families, and being involved with one another as much as you can through all the different social media streams. I think I can speak on behalf of our staff at Luther. We miss you, the students, a lot. We miss each other. We miss all the interactions that happen and that we take for granted every single day. So we hope you're well, and we welcome to this little chapel about wellness, about physical wellness. Mrs. Woods and I are going to talk to you a little bit about the importance of physical wellness and what that means and why it's so important. Not just because it's to kill time, but what it does is allows many different benefits. It makes you feel good, physically feel well. It makes you sleep better. It makes you create endorphins to help your psychological wellness. And I know Mrs. Wilkinson and Mr. Blouse talked a lot about that last week when they spoke. It helps in a big way your cognitive performance, which essentially means your concentration and your ability to memorize and be successful academically. And it's not just important during times like what we're involved in right now with all the COVID-19 and the isolation. It's involved all the time. So I hope that in some way this is allowing you to understand the importance of physical wellness, for the future as well, not just more in isolation. So I'm going to pass it off to Mrs. Woods right now. She's going to elaborate a bit more on the importance of physical wellness and what she's been doing.
Yeah, so not only does physical activity increase our productivity and our mood and our positive mindset, but it can also promote our social wellness. So as Mr. Casper said, we miss each other and our social connections with one another. Perhaps you're an avid athlete and you're used to playing your sports with your teammates, and you're currently missing your sporting family, or maybe you're just sort of lacking the motivation or confidence to get started on your fitness journey. Well, you can use exercise during quarantine to optimize your social connections as well. I wanted to read a little excerpt from this book called 8 Keys to Mental Health Through Exercise by Christina Hobart. And she writes, exercise isn't just for 20-somethings. It's not just for athletic, coordinated people. Exercise is not just about losing weight, and it's not just for a certain period of life. Exercise is beneficial throughout the lifespan with unique gifts for every season life brings. And as we look at the influence the family has on exercise across the lifespan, it's easy to see that exercising as a family is one of the most valuable habits we can establish for a lifelong love of exercise and optimal mental health. Having a supportive family and friends has consistently been shown in the research to be one of the strongest predictors of increased exercise and activity in youth. Family-based interventions and approaches to physical activity have the potential to instill the values and beliefs about exercise that keep us exercising for life. So obviously, we all have varying family situations. So exercising with our family may be easier for some than others. But nevertheless, if you can find 1 or 2 people that you can exercise with via social media, video chats, going for parallel walks with one another, still maintaining that physical distance, then it definitely is helpful for you, especially if you need that extra motivation. Recently, I've been playing some fitness games with my classes, my Wellness 10 and my Phys Ed 20 classes. And first thing in the morning, sometimes I'm really tired and I lack that motivation to get going. But once I see the girls on the screen and we're exercising together, I know we're all in it together. I see them moving and we're experiencing the same situation simultaneously. So they really motivate me and energize me to get moving. And then of course, once I've done that activity through the day, I feel wonderful. I feel great. I feel energized. I feel like I've connected with my community. A lot of the girls have also told me that they've been exercising at home with their family members, going on walks with friends, doing exercises at home through FaceTime or other video channels. And I think this is amazing for them to maintain their social connections. And like I said, also just to maintain their motivations. So if you can intertwine your physical fitness with your social interactions, you inevitably will continue to benefit. Mr. Casper and I'm sure a lot of you have heard, have started an Instagram page called Luther College Wellness. So you can follow us. It's Luther_College_Wellness. And we would like to share a couple videos that we've put up. So I'm going to try this screen sharing thing. Let's see if it works. Okay, here we are. So one of the videos that I wanted to show that I think definitely you could do with a group or with some of the people in your home is this fitness game that I got from a girl in my wellness class. And basically all you need are 6 cups, and you set them up in this sort of formation, and you can put little exercises in each cup. You can do anywhere from 10 to 15 reps. And basically what you do, I'll just show you the video. You take a dice or a coin or something, and you can throw it into the cup. And basically you choose your fate based on what cup gets chosen. So the next thing is we stand back, and this is a little bit of a hand-eye coordination activity at the same time. And I just toss my dice and boom, I got one in. If you miss, you can also give yourself an activity before you try again. So for example, if I had missed, I might do 5 tuck jumps before I try again. But I did get this one, so let's see what it is. 20 jumping jacks, or if I was playing with this diagram, I would do my 8 burpees. So I'm gonna get those. Okay, so that's an example of a fun fitness game you could definitely play on a video with some friends or with some family members. Let's see here. Another one that I uploaded that I enjoyed was one just recently. This is an exercise, a full body workout that you can actually use sliders, or if you don't have sliders, then you can just use these dish towels. It's a full body workout. I'll just show you a couple examples. Okay, next up are Spider-Mans. Back into our plank. You're gonna bring your knee up close to your armpit. Okay, so you get the idea. There's a bunch of variations, whole bunch of activities that you can do there. And the last one I'd like to show you is, oh, so many different ones. Stretching. So flexibility, obviously flexibility is an important skill to maintain, especially as we get a little bit older. Try to stretch about 2 to 3 times a week if you can. Daily would be even better. But increasing your flexibility can have many benefits, such as increasing your range of motion, decreasing any muscle stiffness, and also decreasing any injury. So those are all really important parts that we need to work on. So I have a whole bunch of exercises or stretching activities you can do just sitting in a chair. Okay, now a little bit of a twist to waken up our spine. So we're just gonna turn and use the handles as leverage and look behind you. Now we'll do a figure 8 stretch. So just bring one foot on top of the other knee, and you can push down here. That might be enough. If not, you can gently come forward, and you'll feel a great stretch in your glutes and your outer thigh. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm gonna pass it to Mr. Casper, and he can share some of his wonderful ideas.
That's great. You know, there's lots of great videos. Mrs. Woods has been sharing lots of videos. We also have lots of videos on there, or different links to different videos, which will touch base from different places around the city. You'll be able to access some of that stuff again. So some of the videos I'm going to share, and I'll get it up. Some different videos I want to share. For example, there was this one here that talked about a couple activities for isometric activities. So just something, instead of using, you know, resistance band, you can use different stuff from around your house and possibly be able to use it. So for example, I was using a towel in this video. All right, the next action, when you use a towel. Okay, you can use a towel, and again, you have it folded or wrapped up, and you can actually, again, use the tension as much as you can, pulling your hands apart, away from each other. You can go behind your head, up and down. in front of your chin, up and down. You can go in front of you, do twists. You can do shoulder raises. The key. So there are lots of opportunities. You can use towels, you can use belts, you can use all kinds of different things for isometric activities. Another one I'm going to show you. Right here. Another at-home workout you can do using a variety of different types of things from around the house. So let's go with this one. All right, first video is going to be a bit of a cross. About this one. So there's about 9 videos in total. Okay, next item you can do, station number 3 or circuit number 3. You have a couple kettlebells. If you have those, or a couple small weights, you can easily use them. Okay, simply all you're going to do, you're just going to go front raises, side raise, front raise, side raise. Or you can just go, 8 or 10 or 12 in a row one way, and then 8 or 10 or 12 the next way. Okay, if you don't have kettlebells, a couple milk jugs with water or with rock or something inside of them, you can distribute the weight evenly, fill up the same distance. Okay, next circuit. Okay, next set you can look at, next circuit, is if you have gloves, great, and if not, I have some weighted boxing gloves. However, get some Coke bottles filled with rocks, with water. Some of it adds about 15, 20 ounces, whatever it is, and you straight boxing. So one leg forward and go 50 punches. You can go in sets of even 60 punches, reps of 30, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's lots you can do with different things from around the house. It can be things like I said, milk jugs. It can be paint cans. It can be anything that has resistance or weight to it that will help you add a little bit of tension to your workouts. We've also posted some things like this. So for example, there's a Tabata workout that we posted that has, the different outlines, and then it has actual pictures of things you can do throughout the entire workout. Okay. So that being said, there's lots of things that are on this actual Instagram site to help you at home. You don't need a lot of stuff. You don't need a lot of equipment. You just need yourself, and you need the willpower and your energy with family, like Mrs. Wood was saying, with friends online. It's pretty easy. You just got to get upright, active minds and active bodies. Now, Mrs. Woods, want to say anything else?
I agree. There's so many videos out there, and there's also a lot of local businesses that are posting free workouts. So some that you might want to check out are LG Fitness, Orange Theory Fitness, Level 10 Fitness. Even Girls in the Game post a lot of really fun little activities you can do too. So there's an abundance of information out there, but if you need to get started, maybe just join us for a couple at-home workouts through the Instagram page. So hopefully you get busy and get active and stay healthy, and we miss you and hope to see you all soon.
So just to wrap up again, a lot of the stuff we talked about, you can do outside. In fact, I encourage you to go outside. Get outside, take your stuff outside in the backyard, front yard, whatever it might be, and do it outside. Because you know what? The outdoors, again, it creates some endorphins. It helps you. It helps with your mind. It helps the psychological wellness. We heard a lot about that, especially over the last year and a half, about how important it is for us to be well, not just physically, but psychologically, mentally, and making sure we take care of ourselves and each other. Again, there's so many important factors that are included with being physically active, including the mental capacity and the cognitive stuff to be a better student. So those of you that are moving on, that are in grade 12, university next year, I think it's really, really important. And even if it's just out of high school, whatever years you're choosing to do, be physically active for the betterment of yourself. And it's not for a grade, it's for the betterment of yourself moving forward. So I think on behalf of Mrs. Woods and myself, all those on the wellness committee, we hope you're staying well. And we hope you look forward to a wellness day that we're going to plan online, a virtual wellness day, where there'll be different activities. It could be 5, 6, 7, 8 activities with the actual Zoom codes for you to log on to, and do a workout for an hour with a variety of different options. We're tentatively planning it from May 29th. So please check the Wellness Google Classroom, Wellness Day Google Classroom, and there'll be some information on that as well. So we hope you're staying active, active minds, active bodies. We miss you a lot, and we'll keep saying it. From myself, thank you very much. Mrs. Woods, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon.
And that concludes chapel.